Round number 1 underway. We've got Landon Wolf in the blue corner with the purple trunks. SSJPEEZY in the red corner with the white trunks. Duck, Elysium, and Chris are going back at it again with the ice cream and the J's, the goats all the way. We are out here on the first discovery round, Solly, being showered with the love. Landon Wolf looking to make a name for himself. SSJPEEZY on the first night of his life in the fight. Let's motherfucking go, Solly. I hope you're excited for this.
You know I am. I love to see the energy from the crowd too, both you know, in Discord, in YouTube, and on every stream that we're broadcasting this on. And this should be a good fight, right? You know, I love watching Landon fight. You know, he's a regular on the channel, and I love it anytime that we get someone, you know, brand new coming up against one of the ringside regulars. Really, you know, a good way to see where people you know, fall into it. Because it's not just Elo, you know, we say it all the time, styles make fights, and it's always fun to see a new style clash with somebody.
Oh yes, and speaking of styles, we already see a little bit of schmoovin', especially coming out of the corner from SSJPEEZY. Landon with the Landon TAP, the turnaround punch. People are coming up with their own special punches in here, and Landon getting the crowd's pump going. Elysium keeping the support flowing. Let's motherfucking go.
Yeah, that turnaround punch, the tap, just an adjustment from, you know, the spinning back fist. Because the spinning back fist does not work. You can't really do damage with any part that's not the knuckles of your glove. And so instead of trying to hit that back fist, right, you turn around and then drop a straight kind of when they're confused. You know, it's that little half step, you know, timing switch that really can throw people off.
Oh, absolutely, man. And absolutely, one of these days, we're going to see a turnaround punch knockdown, and it's going to make VR boxing history, because I don't think I've seen that before. But Landon Wolf going to town right now, trying to get SSJPEEZY with the rundown cross. In and out he goes. Where he stops, nobody knows. Appreciate the battle going on right here for the support between Duck and Chris and Elysium right now. Like, who's going to be the top ringside VR supporter? It's all three of them in my heart. And chat, make some noise for this battle, for the people who are supporting. These two boxers are going to war right now, saying the higher elos are not going to let go, and Landon Wolf gets caught.
This is you know, a good moment here for Peezy. I like what I've been seeing from him most of this round, right? He's got a good peekaboo guard. He moves his head, right? Kind of a bit of a Mike Tyson style, but not as aggressive. Like a more measured peekaboo.
Oh, I love it. I love it. No caller with the follow. I appreciate it, bro. First round underway. Landon Wolf finding himself in a little bit of trouble there. Gonna make it past this first round, and honestly, bro, a very exciting first round as the Dragon Ball Z battle goes on. The Muda.
The fighter's absolutely in that danger zone, but no knockdowns coming out just yet. This is going to be an exciting adjustment round. I can feel it. Both fighters, you know, have a lot to offer. And what I'm excited to see too, right, is Landon has a lot of experience. You know, he has a lot more layers to his game. And so, you know, Peezy, newcomer to the channel, you know, unknown entity, you know, could be bottomless, or this could be the limit.
Oh, absolutely. We're definitely going to find out. And there's a war going on in the ring, and a war going on right now for the support. We are still seeing a battle between Chris, Duck, and Elysium right now. They saying you don't want the smoke. Y'all don't want to mess with this. Right now, I think there's a battle going on with the support. Y'all are seeing it right now. Crowd cam going wild as we get into round number 2.
Ready? Fight.
Let's get it on and pop.
So Super, who do you have ahead so far at this point?
Right now, I like what I'm seeing from Landon Wolf. I'm not even gonna hold you right now. SSJPEEZY has done a good job of centering himself, and he did land a significant blow on Landon at the end of that last match. But Landon Wolf overall landing, to me, the more significant punches, keeping it moving, and just looking better overall. But it's still early on. SSJPEEZY still has a lot to work with, a lot of time and a lot of rounds, so we get to see more of this young man.
Yeah, and time is a dangerous thing in this game, right? 3 minutes, 3 rounds does not seem like a lot, but in the middle of it, you can feel like hours, or it could feel like it's going by in seconds.
Yo, Landon right here, literally landing most of the hits. You know what I'm saying? The Wolf has been unleashed. I mean, this man is tagging SSJPEEZY. And the turnaround punch off of the glove tap. What a nasty maneuver. I love it.
And I love that creativity from Landon, right? It's why he's one of my favorite fighters to watch, right? He's, and the turnaround punch is a good example of it too. He's just constantly trying to figure out new ways to push the game, allow new punches, new techniques that, can give you that slight edge, especially when people start to really get repetitive about what they do.
Absolutely. Oh my God, Omar the Great hopping into the battle right now, dropping the spicy peppers, the goats, another Dalai Lama. Is that a Dragon Ball Z? A bit of corn for the mostest and the hostess. We have a full-on support brawl. Let's motherfucking go.
Yeah, this is going to be an exciting match. I cannot wait to see how it concludes. At this point, I think you're right. Landon definitely getting more of the significant shots.
He's got to be careful.
He's got to be careful, though. He does have a tendency to get really aggressive. This is V5. He can get punished for it, and it can just give Peezy a free check to just start swinging on his own.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God. And the secret supporter tech, Omar the Great, is actually Elysium on a burner account, putting in more support. Y'all can't stop this man. You don't want the support. You don't want the smoke. And right now, SSJPEEZY, though, not wanting any of the smoke from Landon Wolf. But like you said earlier, Solly, there is a little bit of a chink in the armor. Landon Wolf does tend to overextend himself. SSJPEEZY has proven that he has the punching power to hurt Landon in the right situation. Landon's got to be careful.
He absolutely does. This is still V5. There's a lot of ways that knockdowns can come easily, even to someone who hasn't been throwing that stunning and power punching strength all match. But here is the ref counting down the clock. Last couple of seconds. Let's see if anyone can make anything happen.
Getting away from round number 2, and it looks like we have another round for me, having Landon Wolf up on top, but I gotta lock in with chat in a double reverse chat debauchery. We got Chris going on another burner account, dropping more love. We got the ghosts, we got the spicy peppers, we got the TikTok emojis, we got the Dalai Lamas popping in, the cats, meow, all the way through with the GGs, the roses, the hearts. Let's motherfucking go. The support is wild, and I'm not gonna even leave out YouTube. You guys have been killing it. We got 124 views so far, 12 live viewers on the fight. Loving the support from y'all, and of course, you can't forget the folks out there on Twitch. I mean, Solly, this match has been very entertaining. Landon Wolf showing why. Yeah, Chico, Landon is the white guy in the purple trunks. You know what I'm saying? Omar said he ran out of coins. That's it. It might be over. Tap out, bro. Look, as we go into this third round right now, Solly,
Get ready.
your boy Landon looks like he is up in the cards for third round, but SSJPEEZY still has a lot to work with. He could still go out with the moral victory at this point, and he's got to lock in and learn everything, use everything he's learned from this match to really try to put at least a little bit of hurt in Landon Wolf.
I think you're absolutely right.
Appreciate it, big little man. The big respect for this type of VR content is cool as hell. Look, we try to bring you the swag, and I always say RIngsideVR is the place to be for virtual boxing and VR fighting games. So just stick with the channel, bro. There's gonna be a lot more entertainment coming in, a little bit of kung fu action, if you know what I mean. So stay tuned, duck with the more support. Appreciate it. In round number 3, as we continue with the beatdown, Landon Wolf going to town, man.
Yeah, he is doing a great job keeping up that pressure, keeping up the aggression, and I think, this is all he really needs is to ride out these last 2 minutes or so, with what's been working for him, right? Like, you could go for the knockdown, but he can also win this fight on a very technical way.
Yeah.
Just by removing his opponent's ability to do any kind of damage.
And I do love the technical win too. I mean, you're a fan of that as well, Solly. You like to grind down on the damage, on the points. It just goes to show that many different styles can win in this game, and it's not all just about knockouts.
Absolutely. We're going to see some of that on display here. You know, the damage score can be drastic on the scorecards, right? I think if you do more than double the damage of your opponent, you can, you know, come away with a 10-8 round even if you don't get a knockdown.
Yeah, and we've seen that happen earlier tonight too in these previous fights. Oh, SR. At the end of this match, I'm gonna definitely give you the lowdown on how to do it. We'll make sure you're locked in. Right now, SSJPEEZY having to chase Landon Wolf. A little bit of a stutter there, as we've got a little bit of a headset malfunction for SSJPEEZY, but Landon keeping it working the whole match. And I like what Landon's doing, right? He knows he's up on damage. He's just working the shots, changing levels, right? And now at this point, SSJPEEZY dropping his hands, allowing Landon Wolf to score a lot of knockdowns, and Wolf is keeping his head off the center line. You notice whenever he throws a punch, he's always getting the heck up out of there, and is keeping that damage mitigation high for himself while he's allowed to work. Chef William GB says, this is cool. Thank you for doing this. And he says, son, fight soon. Looks like I'll have to pull over and watch him. Thank you again. Look, this is what we do, bro. We do this for the fans. Speaking of the fans, the crowd is going wild in these last couple of seconds of this match. If there's going to be a knockdown, it could happen now. But let's go. In the last round, both of these boxers, with the love and the sportsmanship, you got to know that they were having fun in this fight. I hope you guys were having fun. Chef William, let me know who your son is. And Landon Wolf takes it. And the winner out of here, even though Landon Wolf won, really we won and the fans won. Duck right here with the final rose and a galaxy to end the support-a-thon. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for the support in this last match. Make some noise for these last two fighters as well. Landon Wolf coming up with the 10-10-10 perfect score on the SATs type shit. 10-8. 10-9, 10-9 off of just damage and boxing. No knockdowns needed. We're going to skip right past that. Let's get on to the damage. Oh, Chef William, Clinton is your son? Let's go. Let's go. We're definitely going to make sure to shout that out once he gets up here. We got 12-25 to 656 for Landon Wolf. 13-17 to 948 in the second round, and 11-43 to 734. For a wonderful 3,685 damage. You see what I'm saying? Giggle Shit's coming in. Let's lock in with the chat real quick. Giggle Shit saying, I feel like Landon needs to throw that jab out more, and it would do so good. And I mean, to be honest, Landon had a lot of punch variety, and in this game, I agree. I would love to see more jabs as well. I mean, just from a lot of our fighters, especially jabs to the body, something a bit more probing to force a reaction out of the opponent. But the jabs in this game, sometimes you can get punished for going for them unless you're one of the jab specialists, right? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? You still have the dub, and that's the most important part right now. So let's lock in with the chat. Chris says, I think one of the Tims pulled out. So we'll check in with everyone. Some people do kind of like, you know, decide to switch out at the end of the match. We do try to find dancing partners for them all the same, but let's lock in with the homies real quick. Landon and SSJPEEZY, whenever you guys are unmuted, we'll talk to y'all. The chat, first of all, the support-a-thon, right? Y'all are the best. Shout outs from your homies.
Can you hear me?
Landon, you are first up, my boy. Let me holla at you real quick, man. Coming away with the W, the big W, right? Dog, you had what looked like an amazing fight. How do you feel about that win? Hey, Z4Y, yo, low-key Landon was crazy. Look, the glove tap into turnaround punch, boy. The techniques was flying, bro. And I think I was, Landon, you're muted, I think still. I see you still muted on here, bro. Go ahead and unmute yourself real quick.
Can you hear me now? My
Yeah,
bad.
I can hear you now, bro. Okay, like I was saying, man, you had one hell of a fight. Z4Y was saying, low-key, it was crazy. It seemed like it was impossible for your opponent to keep up with your pressure. What was your POV on your performance tonight?
I mean, I was landing some shots, wasn't landing some, but he was slippery. Just, I got the win.
Got the
I was
dub.
kind of sick a few days before, so I was gassed in the third round.
Look, it didn't seem like you were slowing down to me. Honestly, I want to talk to you about one of the craziest shots of the night, which was the glove tap into the instant turnaround punch, dog. Like, that was insane. Were you planning that move this whole time, or is that just one of the moves in your arsenal?
Oh, yeah. I was planning that shit.
Ooh, nasty work. Nasty work. Sir J. Reezy, appreciate the follow. Look, I'm going to keep it short and sweet, man. You have the dub. Big congratulations. Anything you want to say to the homies before you leave?
I mean, I'm looking for a ranked guy. Anybody that I face, I gotta worry about that glove touch into a spinning punch, no matter who it is.
Look, I'm waiting for you to get the knockdown with that. It will be a chef's kiss hallmark. We are looking to expand top 16. You were one of the regulars, you know what I mean? Do you think you got what it takes to fight folks like Contour, Adonis, Cam? You know what I'm saying? Those big names. Let us know how you feeling.
I'd fight any of them, anytime.
Anybody, anytime, any place. That's what I like to hear, bro. Well, GG's on the W. I'm going to lock in with SSJPEEZY before we get on to this next match. Peezy, where you at, bro?